knew those things fell out. Upstairs because you'll be messing with me. Yo, what's going on? Yeah. Do something right quick. But she's not getting a notification. I want to make sure. I think when I go live is the only time. I am tired, y'all. I'm very tired. Actually, very tired. I just wanted to say, Raymond Berry, appreciate 25, and Orlando, Oklahoma, appreciate the 10, brother. Mad love to y'all. So that puts us at another 40. I'm gonna see if anybody else donates before I go ahead and send it over to my account. Somebody was asking, let me show you. I don't like showing everything. All right. Somebody said, you got it. How many big accounts you got? And Messenger, man. And you know, I said, hit me up. I mean, I'm not intimidated by idiots. All right, I can't show you the numbers. 2 credit card, 2 credit accounts, and 1 bank. All right, 2 are savings and checking, and 1 is just straight up for checkings, for checking out for books. And I'm gonna show you. You can see the one that says America First. It's credit union. It's not a bank. Second one is a credit union, not a bank. Third one's Wells Fargo. All right. I have nothing to hide, no secrets. Fuck, you think you're gonna make me rich with you not by you not giving $2 or $3? Retarded fucks. People are pathetic, man. Y'all really got some work to do. I'm sorry for those of you who are around those individuals like that. It's a sad state. Trust me. And they are pathetic. They're not gonna make it. Or they will turn on you and do you harm. And trust in me when I tell you this. They're pathetic. Now I wanted to share something. Me and a few brothers were talking in an SMS chat. Okay. I like that character. Anyway, let me say something. I don't listen to niggas in the higher echelon of the military. None of those generals they all been bought and paid for. Otherwise, they would be doing what other individuals, whether they sacking y'all or not, blindsiding you or not, the ones who are whistleblowers, because there are a lot of whistleblowers, but they're being corralled up. Because you niggas too lazy to realize this, because you're willing to go on a word and they're trusting that you will protect them. Like they did Bundy, which the feds put their little hitmen out there and they killed him anyway, the little Mexican and the Spanish motherfuckers or whatever, but the FBI went out there and murdered him. Him with his family, literally murdered him, gunned him down. Because the Peckerwoods don't understand that the laws, they're not laws these people are practicing by. They've got you fooled into it. So the nigga that supposedly got out of jail, was getting ready to be sent back to the States to get his BCD or whatever the fuck. He went over into the North. I doubt all that shit. I believe that's more hype because what the liberals been doing, I hate calling that, what these fucktards have been doing is attempting, because see, a lot of Pelskins really think they outnumber us like 80 to 1, fucking whatever the fuck big number it is, which is pure whimsical bullshit. They might outnumber the indigenous Aldocanists who know who we are, mildly. A lot of us are some badass motherfuckers anyway. I'm just gonna put that out there. Those who are in the tribes. They want to see the Pelskins do the dumb shit, and they know that history's fake as shit, and they know what's gonna happen. They want to see an all-out motherfucking war. The problem is you got a lot of niggas who can't stand themselves, and you got a lot of Pelskins who can't stand their own people too. So what would it be? It would be worse than civil unrest. It'd be worse than the fictional civil fucking war. All right? It's funny when you look at some of them old Civil War tombstones where the Negroes is buried. All right, I'm gonna use that term so you know I'm not talking about. I don't like saying the word black and all that for the dummies who are still stuck there. They got Star of David on they fucking. Oh, I visited hundreds of them. Star of David on their motherfucking tombstones. And then the ones that are uncooped, unkept, change tombstones maybe once or twice, laying over, mold growing on them, green, don't even know it's back there in the motherfucking woods, in the Virginias and the Carolinas, all these peckerwoods who came over 1920s and 40s, walking around with rebel flags, talking about white supremacy and stuff. I'm attempting to tell y'all something, how powerful you brothers and sisters are. But also, a lot of them pale-skins ain't who they think they are. I'm not here to cross hairs and wise with that either. Fuck that nigga. Just like these dumb Pan-African motherfuckers. Because see, I got people over there who knows there's 52 countries over in that so-called Africa. And there's a lot of people who still know they don't see it as Africa. But see, that's what the wars, the CIA and everybody's been pushing over that motherfucker. Interpol and MI6 and Mossad, all them motherfucking Russia, KGB, all, and the Chinese now over that. All, and you want me to tell you the name? I think it's 5 secret agencies with, listen, making warfare, making these motherfuckers kill up their numbers. And these, look, the two races that separated when Atlanta fell, moved, they got pushed out. Now, how did it happen? The children. The dumbass children. And some other things. And here they are coming over here, acting like freaking read like they something big. And it's not always the case. And see, that's what messes it up for them. I'm tired of stupid people. I don't give a fuck about that. If it's real, oh well. That's for all you other niggas and you people going in the military. If you decide to go, get all jabbed up and everything, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm tired of caring about motherfuckers that don't care about themselves, think they know everything and don't know a squint of shit. I chat with a brother of mine who actually was one of the branches of the Marines, operator. Really, the only special force there is ODA, or Green Belt, Green Beret. And everybody else is special operators. And he said, man, you know what? We get trained up and all that stuff. I said, I know, I was training my ass off for 2 years to get ready to go to Buds, man. And these Peckerwoods, dumb motherfuckers, they didn't know who I was. But they heard a lot of things that I was doing, and they didn't like that. So they were arrogantly and ignorantly empowered to make sure I got up out of the military. Like I call it, it's a forced retire. It's what it is. Gold, number gold, good conduct, done everything, worked on some of the, not all the programs that are available. I could have been there. They wouldn't want to be there though. And had this regular secret clearances. There's clearances, y'all. In that little world, I could have been working with them. I would have been something different, but yeah. That don't mean shit. That means you're just trained up. You're allowed to look at things different. You have a little more perception on things. And even then, many of them people commit suicide and get on drugs, crack, cocaine, heroin. Let me tell you something, man. When you buy into the lie, you buy into your own betrayal. I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care if they hypnotized your ass for 30 years, gave you the best shots and gene therapies and this, that, and other, made you walk around feeling like Astro Boy or, Pizarro. You're expendable, and I'm not talking about in a good way. Everything gets dead. But everything exists. Well, not everything. Only a number of us actually exist. Fuck him. Fuck these plastic-sized women who don't want to get their shit together. And I remember looking at Miss Miami with all that goofy-looking ass. She went and got rid of it. Body dysmorphia is real. I tell y'all to be happy with what you got and who you are. I didn't have love handles. When I went on the reservation, I got to eating that fry bread. Man, I'm outstanding the waist, man. It's always, 36, 34. I wear 34 and 36 now in the waist. In high school, it was 30s, military, because I got a little blocky, powerlifting and stuff. With the back surgery, it's not, I'm not trying to, I don't care about losing all that. And I like my thickness. But look, I know what I can do, but I don't, it's not about that. It's about this. See, people think that, and I always say, there's no competition, this is not a competition, blah, blah, blah. China makes a lot of shit. It's about quantity, not quality. You see, even World War II, they had better tanks than the Sherman on the board, but they needed some dead folk. And they needed people to learn how to operate them little the little Tonka toys, getting blown the fuck up everywhere. The government knew what they was doing. The niggas driving the tanks, they ain't know no better. They were like, what are we? They were even welding on steel and stuff. Still wasn't helping too much. All right? I don't want to be better than you. I want us to get better together. What the fuck is this so hard to comprehend? Huh? If you supposed to know what I know, do you think I need to be talking to you? Or do you think you be here listening? Ain't nobody else gonna say this shit. And if they have, good for them. Let me go ahead and get this reading because we got a little meeting here in a little bit. All right, we got a little committee. I call it a committee. Committee or call. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the custodians of time because I want to eat something before I go into this conversation. I really don't want to say too much either. I just want to listen to everybody. I want to listen to, and it's going to be good. West Side Trauma, me, Rondo. It's going to be good. Custodians of time. I don't know, T. I don't know, you, because you're not even, you're over there in Illinois, brother. So anyway, Custodians of Time with Robbie Cottrell, remember? So don't be offended because of the pale skin, regardless of the lies and the truths. What may be or perhaps is and perhaps ain't. Perhaps me is, perhaps some ain't. Oh, I love it. Oh, that thing. I got to go back out and shoot some more because I got to break it in a little more, but. I almost said what it was. Now, I said the name yesterday twice, and if you didn't get it, oh, fucking well. All right, I want to make sure. Yes, we're in chapter 5, remember? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, yesterday I told y'all my aunt and all that stuff and Thoth and the Egyptian god. So anyway, this is session 5, and we're going to read. We're not going to read a lot of it. Because I do, after the meeting, I want to come back and do a late read. Like I did that one night, because a lot of people was up. I was like, nigga on the East Coast, what y'all smoking crack? What y'all on? I'm just messing with y'all. In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act in itself. But you got to make sure you know what truth you're telling. Because every truth is not the actual authentic truth. Every truth might be a supplement of the lie. There are people who believe in their lies. Okay? And that's a quote from George Orwell. Y'all should know that, okay? You are all back with me, with Comrade Kitchener, if I am not mistaken. Allow me to continue. The patient appeared to congratulate himself being in charge of the proceedings. Yes, he called himself Conrad Kitchener. Before you start, I must ask you, Sydney boldly interrupted the session. Is there a logical reason why you are telling us these historical facts? Excuse me. And the inspector seemed surprised, for it was Sidney Hill, one of the newcomers, and not him, who had spoken so directly. It was the kind of remark Thomas usually makes, the wise butt. Sidney Hill was equally surprised by his outburst. Before you answer the question, think about this. Time clearly cannot relate to God in the same way as it relates to man. We all know eternity is endless, but time, as mentioned in the good book, is measured by a beginning and an end. The Bible begins with these words: in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You are the heaven, people. You're in it and around it. You are it, just like time. We rob from it, we take this, that, we can't, you know what I'm saying? Time. The Christian Bible, I detest Bible, and the Muslim Quran speak of Moshe as being Egyptian and being raised in the pharaonic royal palace, also leading the Israelites during their final exodus to the land of milk and honey in Canaan. If this is true, as a custodian, I must ask you, in what period did Moshe live? And who might the Pharaoh of oppression and the Pharaoh of the Exodus be? I keep telling y'all, this is all a bunch of hoppity pop. I'm serious. I expressed earlier, and I was being polite with 500 years. This is not 2023, people. The man has existed for millions and millions of years. And the Bible tells us that the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt and eventually escaped under the leadership of Moshe after his impressive harlotries startled Pharaoh. However, I have two possibilities: the Pharaoh of the oppression, who enslaves the Israelites, and the Pharaoh of the Exodus, during whose rule the Israelites escaped. But this statement differs from the suggestion that the pyramids were constructed by the Egyptians themselves, okay, the Egyptians themselves, and not by slaves. Moses was pleased to be allowed to ask this question, although the patient chose not to offer a direct reply. Now, instead, he sidelined his remarks. I see that the good doctor has brought an Egyptologist along today, so perhaps Mr. Kitchener would like to enlighten us. Kitchener, the Egyptologist, was totally surprised. How could this severely injured man know him and his reason for being present? The patient's next comment was even more dismissive, to say the least. It matters little to me, since I have hardly any confidence in your knowledge. And shall I continue? The Kitchener, desperately trying to keep a civil tongue in his head, posed a question. Before you do, can you name the 27 transgressions against man? A test. I do love a test. Well, let's see before I start. You need to be aware that 27 is significant in both our cultures. 27. Well, there's 2 and 7. I know the 27th transgressions, but are you aware of the significance of this number within your beliefs? Within certain criteria, the mention of the Jewish King Solomon and your Christian Bible. Are y'all aware there's a sword? Do you know the name of the sword, of supposedly Solomon's sword? There are 5 swords, the greatest of all time. One is so big, you know, the New Age Japanese thought they could name it, and they're showing little mock-ups of it. Now, a giant can only wield that. Now, Solomon's look like a key. How about the one in China that couldn't even rust? It's like that pillar, that iron pillar in Hindustan. And we had something over here in America as well, but it's probably somewhere buried in the Smithsonian. They've been studying it to make some of the craft that they've been building. How about the one that was... Do y'all know even what I'm talking about? One day, go on Google or something and see if you can find the most amazing 5 swords that ever existed. All right? There's a Bushido, a man of the sword, the katana. Hell, a few of them. Yeah, look into it. Anyway. A test. I do love a test. Well, let's see before I start. You need to be aware that 27 is significant in both our cultures. I know the 27 transgressions, but are you aware of the significance of the number within your beliefs? Within certain criteria, the mention of the Jewish King Solomon, look at this word, and your Christian Bible, the number 27 appears to hold a special importance. It refers to several times, although I have not discovered why this should be. I even searched the custodian's historical library, but I couldn't find anything worthwhile. 7's supposed to be lucky, they say, right? I'm always telling you 2 and 1. I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna go ahead and highlight this, and we're gonna let it be. Hopefully y'all do your homework. Ain't got that much more time, guys. Most powerful weapon. It doesn't mean that you sit there and lamenting it. Patience don't mean I'm gonna hold off for 8 years or 8 minutes. Time means you have the time right now. You know that saying, why put it off tomorrow, what you could do today? All right. Navigate across the ice walls, worlds beyond Antarctica, no one found them. And you know this is by our brother Claudio Naselli. I love this book. Yeah, it's supposed to be another one coming out. I think I saw what it looks like, and I'm going to grab it up. All right, that I am. All right, here we go. Now, this is the part I really wanted to get into, because then we started into the lands, talking about certain individuals. Now, this is chapter 17, the Summer Gate and the Spiritual Education. Let me make sure this is just, yeah, let me go ahead and run through this, well, kind of quick. The Summer Gate was a success since the custodians were not noticing our presence when entering the lands for several years. The whole group and even Butler were forbidden to enter by order of Fael, who considered that if they found us there, not only would they put an end to our lives, but they would try to get information from us using any means. And the whole plan would run a serious risk. As we said, the plan had to be perfect or not exist at all, because a failed plan was an assured reset. Now the years went by, and the plan of the spiritual awakening of the human being in the known lands had been increasing and was developing in a correct and safe way. Well, you think Falun Gong and Qigong and all that stuff come from? Anyway, the teachers who entered through the mentioned portal were able to get, but they've been perverted, even acupuncture, all of it. Anyway, were able to carry out the teachings and the form of education that any child received here in these lands, prioritizing the importance of the human soul, unconditional love, and empathy, which you get a perversion of it. Unfortunately, as we imagined, certain black hands began to be noticed around these teachings. Who was the black pope? Who was the black orator? Who was confusing the human being and causing many to move away? These three great premises began to be corrupted, as well as to become a cruel business. It's like all these homosexuals are these people that dressed up and want to sit in front of children and pervert their little minds. These are very bad people. And you would say, but it can't all be. Find out for yourself. But as I said before, there were other plans to supplant these others when things began to get dark. It was a constant struggle so that our incident would not be discovered, but neither should we let the plans fall into the hands of the custodians completely. Now, it was time now to carry out another plan that would bring consequences. A navigator and faithful friend would arrive from these lands with a vessel built here simulating the time of that moment, and would tell his story to the world. He would reveal major issues and that needed to be known for those who wanted to listen. Antarctic passage between walls of ice, discovery of the lands, the ancestral republic would be named for the first time. I screwed up, y'all. I was reading it again, and I know it. Some of y'all didn't hear it, but I was actually supposed to be in, and I said it too because I remember mentioning in another book, Osiris. But then I said I need the maps, the independent lands, and I was like, the maps over there. I'm not gonna pull it out right now. And I was looking at it and looking at all the lands within it. I was like, holy snizzle! I never really paid too much attention to certain parts of it. Anyway, my apologies, and I'll run through this. It's gonna be quick. It's very small. What did we need to accomplish? This is chapter 18. My apologies again. Oh, I love that one part over there. I mean, Osiris and the independent lands. What did we need to accomplish our last step? That our brothers changed. I know I read so much, how did I remember? I don't know. That our brothers changed their perspective and break the conditioning was key. Our forces could never liberate a people who defended their oppressor. In their minds, we would be the colonizers who put at risk their current state and also their lives. Don't want to leave the matrix. The custodial system was strongly implanted, and the existing air pollution also hindered our mission. Although there was great resistance from several sectors, it was still not enough for us to act. Now, surprisingly, several other races visited us with the intention of acting against the custodial yoke, and that was really exhausting as well as threatening their circles. All help was welcome. Now, the Palladians were interested in also being able to liberate the source and annihilate the oppressive races. Their system was close to the second dome existing between the mountain walls. Now, the passage between the mountain walls and the mountain walls is too mountainous. The passage between the mermaid lands and the island of death was unfeasible. Not many could survive the beasts that existed there, so everything had to be done by air. Now the Palladians, remember the Palladians? Look, man, different times. Excuse me. Anyway, the Palladians had been under custodial power for some time and had left them on the verge of extinction. Their great technological development of ships and spiritual made them miraculously resist, and today they became a great free society. Now, being close to the celestial lands, they were also aware of some of the custodial attempts to enter. They have seen how they use humans on several occasions as well as other races in the lands of Mars. There were several colonies of different races that had been moved by the custodians and Anunnaki. The custodians and the Anunnaki, they make war with each other over there. The custodians and Anunnaki, they wanted to populate the place with several races where they were in control. And the local race was undeveloped and had not put up much resistance in their colonization. And the humans that were there now all belonged to the new humanity of the last reset, and all of them had earned their passage by their help given in different missions against their own people or brethren. We had labeled these lands as noxious in reference to the future, to be destroyed. The lands that were outside of any circle were really disregarded by the colonizers, as they considered that most of them did not have any mineral or race that could be of interest to the custodians or Anunnaki. In fact, many lands had been overlooked in their travels, observing them very much overlooked. Now, this had generated that many races would begin to develop in these lands, as they were for a long time prosperous places without the intervention of colonizing races. Then, in the period of the creation of the Great Pyramids and the exploitation in Egypt and Central America, some humans were sent to the lands behind the dome together with custodial leaders, but they never revealed any passage but were transferred with the use of hallucinogens and in altered states of consciousness, many of which were presented to them as different types of gods. Do you know what that means? To be nurtured. Remember I was talking to y'all a couple of days ago about there are a lot of people doing these trips, ayahuasca, toad, all these different things. There's so many out there. The individuals that are giving them, they're not trained to actually give them the proper way. And it needs to happen from very young. And that needs to be the only thing they do throughout life to be able to mind, dream walk, whether awake or deep, and actually materialize in front of people. Almost physical, like an apparition. Or to occupy space. Now, the immense land of Osiris was the beginning of the end of the peace of the land surrounding the great wall of mountains, along with the thousands of archipelagos called islands of Anubis in the same area. Anubis in the very abyssal ocean, the deepest ocean known. Osiris, one of the custodial leaders, took a colony of, Osiris, one of the custodial leaders, took a colony of humans to these lands, but they never let these humans manage to leave. They did not want them to ever discover important lands like Lemuria or Atlantis, since at that time there were still vestiges of human birth in their great advance that had been left there. And when you had these people talking about Egypt 2,000 years ago, tell them to shut them up, because they don't know what they're talking about. Maybe go back another 10 or 20,000 years if you want to talk about Egypt. Tartary, take that back a good 10 or 20,000 years. See, people don't know nothing. And who are we fighting? We weren't fighting each other. Keep it real simple. You know, you get a lot of people talking about this stuff now, and they weren't. Here was this little guy, Red Wolf, talking about hard. People are, what's that? Now everybody's walking around in Georgia, this, that, and the other, New York, and they're going, look. I love it. Ball Cook's phenomenal. But I've been doing this all my life. Literally, since middle school. Well, elementary, actually, initially. I've even had people come to me and say, I watch it live. You know, they know you telling the truth. I said, they got to take the word for it. I remember we used to talk about that stuff, Red. We thought you was crazy. Now everybody's like, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get ready here shortly. Get myself situated right. I might even pour a glass of wine today. I've got, he just dropped off 24 bottles of that organic beer. I'm not drinking that shit. That's 2 of them beers had me. 4 hours of sleep. I'm tired now, y'all. And I was like, Jefe, no cerveza. Loco de que paso. And he was like laughing. I'm like, what is, he said, he's like, mi hermano. I'm like, God dang it, man. So I just lifted over. They sat by the door with all the water and stuff. Emergency water, but they had plenty of water, shed, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so, but I got, they buy me wine. They know what kind of wine I like, because I always give it away. If I have it, like the ones, I had a whole bunch of it. I was able to party, and I was just giving them. They were like, I was like, I really don't want to drink. You know, but little wine's not going to, it don't harm you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me get off of here. And, is Rondo in the house? That my beautiful Jesus. Oh, white Jesus. Oh, y'all don't know about that deal. Stay away from them beautiful white women. Oh, Uncle Ruckus. No relation. That's that goddamn cricket, boy. Let me show y'all one of them. You can't smoke one of these, a whole one. Whoo! I'll take one puff and I'm laid out. So all you smoking head niggas. Niggas. I ain't gonna do the Uncle Rocket. I'm kind of, but let me say hi to everybody and let me get up off of here. Hey, Pearl, what's going on, beloved? Mikey Hill, what's going on, beloved? Snoo, what up, mama? You got it must hit you. Or did you get it from I sent you only you the message. Hey, Etta, what's going on, beloved? What's up? I'm ready, brother. Black Wild Indian, salute. What's going on, family? What's going on, beloved? Great Wolf. You're in the house. What's going on, beloved? Humble French. What's going on, beloved? Yes. So anyway, I gave you my little tidbit on that Korea shit with the little brother. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. You got motherfuckers over there murdered people. And they ain't run over to North Korea. You got motherfuckers been fighting for a long time. Brothers, come on, man. It ain't that serious. Breakdancing and all that. No, something ain't right. And then the first they put up is the nigga sitting there, the one that's in charge. Sold out nigga. Yeah, we do everything to take care of, bring our people home. Oh, shit. The act, bro. Right? Henry Kissinger over in China. I mean, come on, there's so many more things going on. They want to make motherfuckers who ain't even American, who can't even speak English, police officers. Come on, y'all don't see the game? You better take care of yourselves and pay attention to what I've been telling you, all right? see y'all a little later this evening. What was that? Trauma, what's going on? Man, you late, bro. I'm signing out, brother. Well, you never late. All right. But Ronald ain't come out of here. He must be driving a forklift or something, man. I don't wonder where my brother at. Other brother, you know. Anyway, 1, 2, and one more. We're going to be in that meeting, and we'll inform y'all on the other channel, okay? Orthodox American Arms. Y'all go and check it out. Support the channel, all right? And I shared a video a little earlier of another brother. Support the channel, all right? I think he's got like 47 subscribers. Go over there and you can share a little knowledge. But be mindful and be respectful. I appreciate you all. And hopefully we won't be on there for no 2-3 hours with our brother, Mr. from Florida. And I'll see y'all around 7:30. T-Mac, New York. What's going on, beloved? Yeah, don't let them boys over there get out of hand. I think you're not in New York no more, are you? But if you are, don't let them fools get out of hand. Y'all know what to do over there. I'll let y'all later.